Good morning. Welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. I am Krista Yoakum. I am currently the chair. To my right is Vice Chair Sean Flowerday. To my far right is Commissioner Roma Amundson. To my left is Commissioner Rick Vest. And to my far left is Commissioner Matt Schulte. Please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with us. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, will you please start with the location announcement?
Of course. Location announcement of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act. A copy of the Nebraska Opens Meeting Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, all written materials to be discussed today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk's staff. Printing options are available upon request. These materials can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Our first item of business, 1A, is the approval of the minutes of the Director of Community Corrections interviews held on March 10th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 1B is the approval of minutes for the Board of Commissioners meeting held on March 14th, 2023.
Move approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further comments or corrections? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Abstain.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0 with an abstention. Item 1C is the approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners special staff meeting held on March 14th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. I see no further comments. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 2, claims. 2A, approval of the claims processed through March 21st, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 2B is an approval of a claim to the Mediation Center in the amount of $13,300.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claim to the Mediation Center. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Abstain.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0 with an abstention. 2C, approval of a claim to El Centro de las Americas in the amount of $8,111.86.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claim to El Centro. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Abstain as I serve on their board.
Motion carries 4-0 with an abstention. 2D, approval of a claim to Rabble Mill in the amount of $3,230.14.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Abstain. My wife serves on their board.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0 with an abstention. 2E, claims including billing for goods and services beyond the 90-day time period provided in Nebraska Revised Statute 23-135. One is the City of Lincoln Fleet Services dated March 10th, 2023 for a total of $27,124.98. And 2 is Schemmer Associates dated March 10th, 2023 for a total of $35,295.88.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 3 is the consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved with one single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are the approval of A, amendments to the following amendments to the following county contracts. C-19-0276 with Blue Valley Public Safety Incorporated for maintenance and repair of emergency management sirens. 2, C-19-0229 with Vasa Construction for annual services of county snow removal and truck-mounted plow services. 3, C-19-0228 with K2 Real Estate Development, doing business as K2 Construction, for the annual services of county snow removal and truck-mounted plow services. 4, C-22-0225 with Fastenal Company for the annual supply of personal protective equipment and first aid supplies. 5, C-22-0210 with A-Tech Recycling for the annual service to ballast, lamp, and battery recycling services. B, amendments to the following county contracts for the annual service of tires, tubes, and tire repairs. 1, C-22-0164 with Bauer Built and Tire and Service. 2, C-22-0165 with Graham Tire Company of Lincoln, LLC. C, the right-of-way contracts with the following: Marilyn J. Giles, Southwest 126th Street and West End Road, in the amount of $703. 2, Samuel Westcott McAlpine Agricultural Trust, South 190th Street and A Street, in the amount of $1,217. 3, John D. Petchy, Southwest 126th Street and West Pioneers Boulevard, in the amount of $3,961. 4, Mark D. and Patricia A. Hansen, North 98th Street, Holdridge Street to Adams Street, in the total of $21,670. 5, Michael D. and Kathleen A. Neiman, North 98th Street, Holdridge Street to Adams Street, in the amount of $8,065. 6, Thomas L. and Linda D. Lannon, North 98th Street, Holdridge Street to Adams Street, in the amount of $935. 7, Ben Service Company, Northwest 84th Street and West Middle Road, in the amount of $379. 8, Rodney R. Tukolsky Trust, South 54th Street and Gage Road, in the amount of $622. 9, Robert E. Black Revocable Trust, Northwest 27th Street and West Bluff Road, in the amount of $622. 10, Austin V. and Tiffany T. Young, North 98th Street, Holder Street to Adams Street, in the amount of $1,135. And D, a change order number 1 to county contract C-22-0551 with JJK Construction to add an additional 314 pounds of epoxy-coated reinforcing steel in the amount to not exceed $706.50.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second.
I'd just like to make a comment, if that's all right. That one of these names on the right-of-way is someone that I know personally, so I just sent him a message and said, hey, I saw your name on the right-of-ways, and he wrote back right away and said his experience with the engineers department as they were working to get this culvert done was, he said they were very professional and easy to work with, and I'm glad to see the county continue to make some improvements. So that was good to hear. So kudos to the county engineering department on continuing to work with these, because I know some of these land right-of-way acquisitions are not always easy. So
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. New business, 4A, an amusement license renewal application from Jerry McCabe for events at Sleepy Bees Lavender Farms, LLC, for June 17th, 24th, 30th, 2023, and July 1st, 7th, 8th, 14th, 15th, 2023.
We are familiar with this
Yeah.
event, but we always love to hear from you, so yeah, please come
Gotcha. I'll
forward.
make it simple and short. It's the same thing that we do every year. It's just growing a little bit. We have more requests for other than Saturdays, so we're doing a few more Fridays. We're extending it a little bit at the end time because we're hoping to have a U-pick event. So normally where we would be harvesting ourselves, we're going to let some people come out and help us because they want to. So they want to pick their own lavender, and that gives them a good time to do it. So, but we have lavender farm tours. We talk about how we grow lavender in Nebraska, how we got started, why we're doing it, what we're doing it for. We do grow culinary lavender, so we talk about all sorts of fun things with that, how lavender can be used for food. But yeah, we're having fun and doing it again this summer. So
Good to see that it's growing.
yeah, absolutely.
No, the fact that you're coming back is just exciting. It means things are working, and kudos to you and all those who work so hard to make this happen.
Thank you very, very much.
My wife and kids came out last year.
Wonderful. I'm
And
glad.
so I told them this was on the agenda today, and so they said to tell you hi, and they're looking forward to coming back this summer as well.
We
So,
get a lot of return customers. They seem to have fun doing it each year. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
yeah.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a couple of seconds. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
Thanks, guys.
thank you.
Item 4B, it is amusement license renewal application from Anthony Hillhouse to hold a music performance on April 22nd and 23rd, 2023 at 6600 South 148th Street, Walton, Nebraska.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commission.
Is this the same location?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we're familiar with this event
Yep.
as well then.
Yep, this will be our third one, I believe.
Good.
Very nice. So just give us a summary of the events you're hosting, Anthony.
So this is just an opportunity for us to have some music in the backyard, invite friends and family, and you know, we start early and wrap up early. We try to do one in the spring, and wanted to also ask a question about possibly doing a second one this calendar year. But it requires 90 seconds of setup. May I?
Sure,
I
please.
think the
All
floor is
right.
yours.
So my musical journey began at age 12 playing drums in the garage. My drums took me around the country for the next 10 years. About the last 15 years, I've made my living as an audio engineer, being hired to do events for county fairs and community events, street dances, ballroom conferences, that kind of thing. I think what a lot of people maybe don't see on the outside is that when you make your living in the entertainment, music, event industry, you miss out on about 90% of your friends and family's events and weddings and parties and gatherings and that sort of thing. So when my wife and I moved to this 20-acre plot, flanked by empty 20-acre plots to the north and south of us, we thought it'd be kind of a cool thing to have some music out there once in a while. We would like to do another event in September just like this. As you can see with the last three events that we've done them on Saturdays and Sundays. We include the Sundays very intentionally so that our musician friends and their families can join us because typically they're not working on Sundays. You know, we've had 30 to 50 people show up at these things. It's not huge. My understanding of the way the law is written is that we're allowed one of these per calendar year. And if I were to not advertise it on Facebook, that it wouldn't be an issue because it wouldn't be advertised as a free public performance. So my question is, we'd like to do another one in September, but I don't know what a successful path would look like. If I apply for another amusement license, I would likely be denied, as that's the way the law is written. I guess my question then is, do I need the amusement license to invite 30 of my friends and family out to an acreage in the country for lemonade and music in my backyard? Do you see a path that...
Feels like this is something we could work with, that
Okay,
we could
so-
figure
so-
out, that we probably need to do a process
Okay. Okay.
to make this work, but it does sound like this would not be something we'd want to deny you, as long as it works with.
Sure.
the
I
venue.
believe we've established a history of you know, stopping at 9 o'clock or earlier and no trash and no traffic issues and that sort of thing. You know, so what would that process look like for me?
Yep. County attorneys.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're the easy ones. We're easy.
All right.
We're all-
Morning,
All right.
John Ward from the County Attorney's Office. Sir, we can talk too after the meeting, but I believe the process, if you're not opening it to the public and just having an invite with Facebook friends only, I believe you can just you can just do that. But I'll confirm that for you, and I think that may not
Okay.
involve subsequent application.
Sure.
I was going to say, I can guarantee you people are doing this right now.
Yes.
And aren't applying for any licenses at all, so.
Correct.
I'm here because I want to follow the law.
Right.
you
Right,
know.
right, no,
Yeah.
definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
But you did scare me because I invite people to my house on Facebook, and I've had some pretty big parties with bands in my
Yeah.
backyard.
Yeah,
It does
okay.
happen.
But I live in
yeah.
town.
All right.
So, yeah, yeah. And we can certainly talk.
So
after
would that
the
be
meeting
the step
or
for me
later.
is to reach out to your
Yeah,
office?
Yes,
then?
that'd be great.
Have a conversation with
Have
the
that
county attorney's
conversation
office.
first, then we'll see if there's anything else we need to do.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for approval. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 4C is appointment of Nicole Ringler to the Commissioners Award of Excellence Committee for a term commencing March 21st, 2023 and ending January 31st, 2024.
Good morning, Commissioners. With the departure of Michaela Johnson, we need to have a county board representative on the Commissioners Award of Excellence Committee. So we are recommending Nicole Ringler. Nicole is the operations manager at the county attorney's office. She is extremely reliable, organized, and she is very passionate about finding ways to recognize our employees for their outstanding work. So we would appreciate your appointment of Nicole. And I don't know if she wants to just introduce herself to you all.
Hi, I'm Nicole Ringler. I just want to say that I'm humbled by the fact that I was considered for this, and thankful and excited to serve or have the opportunity to serve on the county in this way. So, thank you.
Thank you for your willingness.
Yeah, thank you for your willingness, yeah.
Thank you for being here. I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4D is the request for exceptional circumstance award under Personnel Rule 17.9B for Sage Walker, Administrative Secretary to the County Board for a one-step pay increase.
Done good
Commissioners,
work, so now we get to embarrass you. This is your reward.
Wait.
yeah, this is just what she has to put up with. Yeah. So thank you for entertaining our exceptional circumstance award request for Sage. As we said in the request, she's just done an outstanding job with our social media, with the website. But beyond that, you know, she's just a great member of the team. I think you know on a day-to-day basis what her work means to you in keeping us all organized, making us look professional, and always our best when we go out into the public. She's put together some really great materials for us, and she's always going above and beyond to do a great job.
Yes, I would just agree with everything that Dave said. Personally, for me, Sage's initiative and creativity to reach out to the community and to showcase the county really energizes me as part of the team. It makes me want to do better, and her way of looking at things with a fresh perspective, I think really benefit our team when we're looking at ways to reach out to the community and engage the community.
You've done a great job marketing the the county. We really do appreciate that. The creativity we've noticed that. So,
On
thank you.
just so many fronts. You've been such a welcome addition to the team. You're really doing a great job. Just keep it up.
Yeah, and as you've made us look good through our social media and all of that, you also make us look good because you anticipate our needs and help make sure that we are prepared to do our work, and I appreciate that.
I'm personally really concerned about this award because now everybody's going to know how good Sage is. Personally, I'd like to see her stay with us and not be attracted somewhere else. But Sage, we can't thank you enough for all you do. You make our lives a lot easier.
I'd echo everything that's been said. It's been great to work with you, and you've been very helpful in getting me going so far. So thanks, Sage.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, and I think all of our comments have been said, so please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Oh, no, you definitely have to say a few words, don't you?
Oh,
Isn't that the?
see.
You're fine. You're fine if you don't want to.
Item 4E is the legal engagement agreement with Klein, Williams, Wright, Johnson, and Oldfather LLP to provide professional legal services to Lancaster County.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4F is the agreement with Dr. Moses Rodriguez, clinical psychologist, to conduct attachment, self-regulation, and competency training for employees at the Lancaster County Youth Services Center, and to provide an evaluation with recommendations and behavior management system at YSC. The cost of the county is not to exceed $15,000.
Good morning, everyone. This is a contract with a physician out of California that has a lot of extensive experience working with this age group of kids that have complex trauma, some trauma-informed care. The program and the reason we're bringing him in, as opposed to potentially looking at some other options, is because this is what he calls an immersive program. It is working directly with the kids and the staff together to identify certain things and work through the learning process and teaching how to best handle, identify, and help support those kids in need.
Early on, we looked at what some of our needs were, as well as different areas of our organization that were identified in the CJJA reports and visits, and dealing with teaching our staff how to deal with kids with complex trauma, which is primarily almost our entire population, as well as high risk. What does complex trauma look like in a detention setting? And to also, how will we incorporate this into the building of our behavior management system, which we've been working on for quite a long time. So Dr. Mo is a national expert in those areas. So that's the reason why. And like Melissa said, it's an immersive week. So it is interaction with the kids, it's observation, it's training with the staff, not just line staff, but supervisors, management, as to how do we apply these things? What do they look like? How do they apply to the kids that we have in our care? So that's what this is about. It's a whole week worth.
So if this is submersive with the youth that are there at the time, how do you carry this forward with the, because we don't have the same youth for long periods of time?
That's where the training piece with the staff comes in. So once the staff are trained in ARC, attachment, self-regulation, and competency, then they know how to apply that regardless of who the youth are. They know how to recognize and understand what complex trauma is, and that kids in our setting do suffer from complex trauma. So how do we develop or foster an environment that's trauma-informed? Everything we see isn't behavioral, coming from kids who have complex trauma. So that we don't use a hammer for every single circumstance, having that overall understanding of what it is and how do we address it and what does it look like, is transferable regardless of what kids are in the facility.
And then just to clarify, part of this contract is the consultation piece and an evaluation at the end, where we will have this expert looking at the different various things that we have put in place so far and the need going forward in the specific area of working with the kids with trauma.
Do you have an idea as to when this is going to occur?
We're hoping next week.
Oh, next week?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then how are you planning to do this over the 3 shifts?
Well, currently we're working on that right now. Education has agreed to work with us.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the school time
Okay.
can be used to address and work with not just the kids, but also the teachers, because it has to be a facility-wide understanding of it. So in collaboration with Pathfinder, we'll be using some time during the day. We'll be slowing down on some other programs that we do so that we can get staff to the training table, as well as bringing folks in early from the second shift to be able to come in and be involved in it. But he will be there all day. So I don't know if you guys have a copy of the proposal, but it has a schedule on there, and you'll see that things that are done on first shift are also mirrored on second shift as far as his schedule is concerned. So there's training time and immersive time on the first shift as well as there is on the second shift. So that's how we would. Are we going to be able to train every single staff member? No, during this week. However, we will be trained to be able to then train the staff who were not able to come to the training. Training coordinator Joe Mack will be there during this period of time, as well as a program coordinator. But we're hoping to build the capacity that once he leaves, that we will be able to then train the staff who weren't able to be involved in the training during the week.
Okay, well, it's definitely very proactive, and that's one of the things that's really needed. So I would move approval.
Yeah, I just appreciate you taking this step forward, recognizing that the population you're dealing with has a number of needs. You've said it many times, Stephen, and I'm going to repeat what you said. Incarceration is easy. We can keep them there and just make sure they don't leave. But you've always been promoting that we need to do more for these young people while they're staying with us, and this seems like another step forward in that direction to me, so I'm glad to second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I guess I would just, as I'm looking through the training schedule, I see it looks like some introduction of some new exercise therapy types of things. Is that something that would continue at the facility, or is this just during the week of training?
Well, Dr. Mo's going to introduce it. He's a pretty dynamic guy. I've been on several calls with him. He's a pretty dynamic individual. We have a young man who, and I may have told the board this before, we have what I call our wake up, our morning wake up, where we brought in a volunteer to come in at 7 o'clock in the morning, get the kids up to try to get those endorphins and everything moving around to improve school attendance. Well, that person is now in the middle of training right now. He should be graduating, so he's going to be an on-call staff member with us. So, to answer your question, it will continue because we're already doing it, but we're going to pick up new tools, new insights on how to utilize exercise in a way that we're also not engaging them physically, but we could be engaging them in other areas. So we're going to continue that.
As you know, I've interacted with a lot of kids out there over the years, and exercise would be good. It's always a little concerning when I see that we're teaching kickboxing and martial arts when there's enough aggression towards staff already out there. But my expectation would be that with a professional bringing that in, that he'll be teaching that.
Well, we'll definitely assess that piece of it next week and determine whether we'll continue it or not.
Sure.
So,
Please call the roll.
Schulte?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Vest?
Yes.
Amundsen?
Yes.
Yoakum?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
thank you.
And he will be out next week if you guys
If you
want
guys
to come
wanna
see it in
come in
action.
at any time.
It'd be really great.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
I'll
information.
send an email.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Thank you.
I would be there at 7 o'clock, but you'd have to send to that guy to my house at about 6.
Item 4G is an agreement with Marcus Hall to provide stop class instruction to participants eligible to participate in the Lancaster County Traffic Diversion Program. The county shall pay $100 per stop class instructed.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundsen?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Vest?
Yes.
Yoakum?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
One thing I just want to add very, very quickly to this item before we move on. My understanding is that our stop classes are supposed to be paying for themselves, and I don't think they are right now. And I just think that at some point in the future, we should add an item to the agenda just to talk over stop class financing. That's all. That's all I had. Just putting that on the board's radar.
That's under community correction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a cost-neutral program.
Right,
Yeah.
I always thought it was.
Item 4H is a mini grant contract application with the Nebraska Department of Transportation in the amount of $5,120 for the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office to participate in the nationwide drug-impaired driving enforcement mobilization.
Good morning. Captain John Vick, Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. This mini grant is just part of an ongoing effort to reduce traffic-related crashes and injuries in Lancaster County, and it would be partnering with DOT to provide some of the overtime for saturation patrols during that grant period.
Move approval.
Yeah, second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4I is a professional services agreement with Interspace Studios Limited on behalf of Lancaster County Sheriff's Offices for services related to the renovation of space on the first floor of the property located at 575 South 10th Street. The cost of the county is not to exceed $53,100.
And so then this is an ongoing effort to renovate some of our areas at the Sheriff's Office. We've already done phase 1 and 2 of that overall project of our lower level, our operational areas downstairs. We're just nearing the completion stage of our service desk reception area up front, so this would just round out the kind of rear administrative office area up there, and the plan would be we're working with Public Building Commission to meet some of these costs, but this is for the initial design structure or design documents with Interspace Studios.
This is kind of the last piece, right?
Yes.
Very cool. Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4J is a real estate transfer statement with Fire Ridge LLC related to the transfer to Lancaster County of a part of Lot 65 irregular tracks.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. The exhibit that I have placed on the overhead shows this particular transfer. This is ground that would have been dedicated right away or with the land developer's plat. You may notice that it looks maybe a little like half a circle. That's because it is the future connection of South Street and 98th Street.
I'd move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for approval. I see no further discussion. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4K is a memorandum of understanding with Lawson Products Incorporated for maintenance, repair, and operation supplies. The estimated cost of the county is not to exceed $10,000.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for approval. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest, Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4L is contracts with the following to provide annual supply of turf, fertilizer, and chemicals. Site 1 Landscape Supply in the amount not to exceed $20,000. And Van Diest Supply Company in the amount not to exceed $45,000.
Approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4M is contracts with the following to provide plumbing services. The cost of the county is not to exceed $80,000 for all contracts. 1, Bob and Don's Plumbing. 2, Hayes Mechanical. 3, JT&K Services Incorporated. 4, MMC Mechanical Contractors Incorporated. And 5, Prairie Mechanical Corporation.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes, sorry.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4N is contracts with the following to provide concrete and pavement services. The cost of the county for all contracts is not to exceed $50,000. 1, MTZ Construction LLC. 2, Pavers Incorporated. 3, Dax Construction Incorporated. 4, Silver Ridge Construction. 5, Strong Ties LLC. 6, Vasa Construction. And 7, Walton Construction Co.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4O is a contract with Straight Line Stripping Incorporated to provide pavement markings 2023. The cost of the county is not to exceed $149,925.73.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. The exhibit that I have placed on the overhead and the all of the striping might not fit perfectly on the overhead there, but that being said, so I'm just going to give it a little push so we can see the far north and the far south. That being said, this is our annual paint striping contract, and we are excited to get going with this year. This helps keep our residents safe. It's a high reflective paint, so it's easier to see with your headlight, and we do refresh that paint on a rotating basis.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4P is a contract with Tim Cisco Construction LLC to provide a replacement box culvert F72 and concrete box culverts. The cost of the county is not to exceed $693.50.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. I'll just apologize to the clerk. It's a really long agenda today, and you've done really well with all the right-of-way pieces and all the contracts, and I feel like I should bring you a bottle of water. But I am remiss today because I do not have a bottle of water. But what I do have is the contract for the box culverts to culverts project. This is also known as our baby box project. We have a number of these culverts around the county that we are replacing, and this is the contract to do that.
Is a contract for all of them? Just wanted to clarify.
It is
or
a
just-
contract for all of them.
Okay.
That's correct.
Move approval.
Second?
This is good progress. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 4Q is a recommendation from the county engineer to award and execute a purchase order to Votscapes Incorporated for supplying and hauling crushed rock surface course material in the amount of $124,200.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. Item Q is actually the item not for coarse rock, but for gravel. It is correct in all the items in your packet. However, on this item, the word rock is used instead of gravel. So if we could get a motion to approve the contract for crushed gravel surface, that would be awesome.
I'd make a motion as stated.
We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the recommendation for for gravel. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4R, recommendation from the county engineer to award and execute a purchase order to RL Teeman Construction for supplying and hauling crushed rock surface course material in the amount of $122,200.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. Now I feel like I've just messed with you with the actual bid dollar amount. So, however, that being said, this is the same as the previous item. We wish to replace the word rock with gravel. All of the information in your packet refers to gravel, so it was just here.
Move approval as stated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4S is a renewal of an agreement with Emeritus Group for the administration of Lancaster County self-insured dental plan from January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
This is a pretty good deal of $447 per employee.
Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4T is a renewal of an agreement with Emeritus Group for employee vision insurance coverage for a term of January 1, 2023 to December 31st, 2024.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 5 is the legislative update.
Don't believe we have anything new.
I have one thing very quickly. I just want to put this on sort of the board's radar again. I'll probably ask for a motion on Thursday to support this piece of legislation, but it's LB 734. It creates a new felony for someone who intentionally or maliciously causes substantial interruption or impairment of public communication, transportation, supply of water, gas, power, or other public service, and such impairment or interruption is a significant contributing factor in the death or serious bodily injury of another person. In a variety of circumstances, critical infrastructure is being targeted in our country, and I don't think we should take that lightly.
I had not seen that. Bill.
So just 734, anyone who wants to take, it's a very simple bill to read through. Happy to answer any questions if anyone wants to talk offline about it.
Okay.
But I'll probably ask for Lancaster County support on Thursday for that.
Thank you. We can proceed.
Item 6 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items related to county business not on the agenda at this time may do so at this time.
And seeing no one for public comment, please proceed.
7, announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, March 23rd, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. B, the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, March 28th, 2023 at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. C, County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on LNK TV. LNK TV is available from Allo Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 1300. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. LNK TV apps are also available on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. We're adjourned.
That's exactly the term I was trying to think of. That's the one I was reaching for yesterday and I couldn't think of it.
I don't see anything in that amusement regulation that says only once a year. Am I overlooking it? You can look it up and we'll talk about it after this next thing.
We will now open the Board of Equalization meeting for Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. Mr. Clerk, will you please proceed with the location announcement?
Location announcement of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act. A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk's staff. Printing options are available upon request. These materials can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Item 1 is the minutes, the approval of the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, March 7th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 2 is the addition and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval of the additions and deductions.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 3 is the public hearing. Public hearing for the motor vehicle tax exemption applications for Catholic Social Services, Trinity United Methodist Church of Lincoln, Lincoln Berean Church, and the Nebraska Safety Council.
We will now open the public hearing for the motor vehicle tax exemptions. Is there anyone here wishing to speak on any of these applications? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing.
Item 4 is action on the following: the motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval of the motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 5 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items related to the County Board of Equalization business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Seeing none,
Move we adjourn.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. We're adjourned.